comes up to the coop and they're like, ooh, there's chickens in there, I'm hungry, I want to get to them, they will start to dig against the wall. They don't know to come out 24 inches and then dig underneath. This is the quickest, easiest, and most effective way to keep animals from digging underneath your coop. What we do is we just go to Lowe's and they carry in stock this fencing material, which is a 2-inch by 3-inch. It's gonna be 24 inches. They're gonna call it high. We're gonna come out 24 inches around the coop. The most important thing is it is PVC coated. I also like that it's green. You can obviously use black, but normally we're on grass. The nice thing about the Predator apron is it will disappear. They've given us a nice flat area to work around the entire coop. We often tell people we want a minimum of at least 4 foot flat all the way around. I want the roll to be like this, where I'm not gonna roll it out like what would seem natural. I'm gonna roll it out so that by unrolling it this way, it forces the apron to stay down naturally instead of wanting to roll back on itself. This is just a crown stapler. Here's our proprietary 304 stainless steel staples. Again, 1/4 inch crown, 1 1/4 inch leg, 18 gauge. The reason why we want stainless steel is because we're going into pressure treated. Different metals don't get along well with each other. Stainless steel gets along with all the other metals. What that means is the copper that's in the pressure treated lumber can be very corrosive to hardware. And that's why anytime you're using metal in pressure treated lumber, like carriage bolts, lag screws, you want hot dipped galvanized, which are the real nasty looking pieces of hardware. Very dull gray, looks like it has a bunch of pimples on it. That's because the zinc coat is very thick. It's gonna protect the integrity of the hardware. Or stainless steel. And I just love stainless steel because it's clean, simple, but it is a lot more expensive. Hook up our staple gun, take the flat side of your side cutters, go right against this wire. I call them fingers. I just made it up years ago. So this is what I mean by create fingers. So we're gonna cut this off, just like that. Now, I wanna take my first 2 foot line coming out, start it right at the corner, all right? I want my fingers to stick out. And I'm gonna come up, I don't know, say a 1/2 inch, 3/4. This is all gonna eventually disappear, but I do want it low enough that we force it to disappear. I find it completely fine to go every other square. The whole idea is you don't want this to come up. And I'm just gonna work my way around, shooting every other square. I'm just gonna bring this right on down, just like this. Okay. I cut my fingers, not my actual fingers. I cut the fingers on the Predator apron, okay? I'm gonna start again, this line right on the corner. Just because we're going to a pressure-treated base doesn't mean you only can go on the pressure-treated base. Remember, all our coops, this bottom board is ground contact rated pressure-treated lumber. Normally, a lot of situations, we shoot right into that. Perfectly fine. That's normal. Here, because we have a pressure-treated base, I want to go as low as possible, and the customer's going to come back in when she does her coopscaping and make all this disappear. I am going to turn the corner right here. I don't need to cut fingers because I'm going right now into the wood. The reason why I did it like this is I didn't know exactly where it was going to fall. And in this case, I'm short about a 1/2 inch from this line to this line, but that's okay. So now what I'm going to do is cut fingers here, going right up tight against this line. Don't cut the one underneath. And now, I do find it easier. Mackenzie was, do you go over top, go underneath? I don't know. I'm just gonna go just like this. And so look at that. And I'll be honest with you, this is extremely satisfying. Just roll your fingers over, make it nice and tight. Try to keep it square. You know, I could easily pinch this. It's gonna cause things to kind of not be square. So I'm trying to keep that 1/2 inch gap on purpose. In this situation, if you were just coming right back over top of it with stone, which is perfectly fine, topsoil, you would not have to do the next step. So we want to prevent these trip hazards. And we got to pull out the magical staples. So we're going to go around using what are sod staples. And the thing I love about the sod staples we use is they're very thick. I don't like the sod staples you get at the big brick and mortar stores like Lowe's. Nothing against them, we love Lowe's, but they're very soft. I think they're even aluminum now. And they just bend easily. These don't. This is just a cold rolled steel. They even cut a little point on them. So if my assistant can do me a favor and hold these. Again, this isn't rocket science. We got a bubble here. I'm gonna go across the welds and just boom. And then especially around areas you know we're gonna walk up to, feeder hopper, egg hutches, back of the hen house, Dutch doors, run door, maybe even the chicken door. Those areas I'm gonna really focus on.